Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
A marriage, perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.
Good morning. Morning, Zati. Monday blues, huh? No, today is actually Marketing Monday. So it's something different. This week is all about talking about marketing, talking about thinking of a different strategy. Morning, Fatin. Morning, Farah. Morning, Shaban. How was your weekend? Managed to rejuvenate and have fun? Hey, Safwan. Well, I did something crazy. I went into my friends asked me, "Hey, why don't you come and camp with us?" I said, "Okay, send me the camp address." I went in there. Mana tahu, lately kan hujan lebat, so I went in. Although I used a 4x4, masuk saja, it got stuck deep inside the mud. Then after I managed to get help, they were digging for 3 hours and then got me out. And then the next day, they had to tow my whole entire pickup truck out of the place. Well, the reason why I'm telling you this story is also not about just telling you that I went for a particular off-road. But the thing here is how does this relate to marketing? They're like, "Hey, doc, your PhD really make you crazy already, is it?" It's like, how does it change, or how does going into the jungle and coming out while being towed by another pickup truck help you in marketing? Well, number one, I remembered I was seated in the car seat, and because it's full of mud, and I was supposed to control the steering and to step on the accelerator. But what happened was what I didn't realize, and it was my first time, that basically when I'm pulled along the road, I have no control. My steering wheel was just flying left and right. And all I have is, even though I press the brakes, nothing's going to happen because it's full of mud. How does it relate is this. Sometimes when you're talking on marketing, how many of us feel that when we created a product or do a particular business, we have got no control as to what the situation is. We have got no control in terms of our price. What I mean is something that is very, very important is like, do we find that at times we are actually picked as a vendor because of our price? Doesn't matter how good your product is. Mostly these people out there in the market, what they're going to say, hey, your competitor is doing this. Your competitor is giving me this price. Match the price. Have you ever had that experience? That means no matter what value that you want, you can't get it. And especially now during the pandemic, what people are trying to do is they think that they just want to close that deal. They just want to have a sale. So what they do is that, okay, never mind, I throw the price out and then see what I can get. But what people don't realize that if market positioning like this, in the long run, you're going to lose out. All right. So one of the biggest frustrations that most people face in terms of marketing is, number one, you are not picked by price. Doesn't matter the value that you actually bring into the matter. Right. So that's point number one that we want to deal with. Now, point number two, how have you really positioned yourself? What do I mean by your positioning? When you talk about positioning, we are talking about, are you positioned as a market leader or are you just a normal product? Now, this is one thing that I spend a lot of time, and if you have not actually done your market positioning, I urge you to really think about it, because let's put it this way. The last thing that you want whenever you are going out there preparing for your marketing plans, you are always wanting to see as a normal person. And if you are seen as a normal person, do you realize that sometimes your clients actually forget about you? Now, so you need to always to be able to stay fresh in your targeted market's mind. That is why advertising and marketing is so important, where the touch base. And one simple formula of touch base that I think that you all should always remember is called the 1-3-7-30 rule. What does it mean by 1-3-7-30 rule? The 1-3-7-30 rule means that if today I heard about your product or your services, I need to be able to hear it from you tomorrow. And then I need to hear it from you again 3 days later, then 1 week later, and then 1 month later. Studies have actually shown that if you have this repetitive process, the person will be able to remember you for 6 months. See, what's the worst thing that can ever happen? I learned this from my own mistakes as well. It's like, where sometimes I call a client up and then the client say, "Hey, Adrian, so good for you to call me. I was looking for your number the other day, but I couldn't find it." Now, actually, what does it really mean? The client will most likely remember my face, remember what I do, not about me, but can never remember my name. How many times that happened to you? All right, sometimes I bump into people like, I got the person's face in my head, but the person cannot remember. So that means, let's say if there was a need then I have a client before, she have not seen me in 3 or 4 years. She said, "Adrian, out of sight, out of mind. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about you. Since you're here, can you help me do this project?" So marketing takes effort. That is why a lot of people do internet marketing. People do touch-based marketing. They have got WhatsApp, they have got SMS, they have got emails that come through every now and then. All right, but the thing here is please do not bombard your customers with too many emails. Because why? First time I'll read it, second time I'll read it, third time if you send me too many emails, I don't want. We want personal touch. Now, let me ask you this question. How many supporters do you have as well? See, if you have a strong marketing positioning, you will have supporters. These are supporters that will buy almost anything from you. You can say in a very crude way, like an MLM way. That means every single product that comes out, straight away there are people taking it. All right, so this is what you want to be able to as well. Now, and then if you are now not making the impact that you want, reaching out to the target that you want in the market, and you don't have the income that you deserve, that means there's something wrong with your marketing game plan. So bearing all of these factors in mind, all right, that basically we want to always be selected or to be chosen based on our value. We want to always stay fresh in our target's market's mind. We want to have a premium price whenever we sell. I mean, it's all about marketing, right? Marketing and packaging. Sometimes, as I think I've mentioned before, if you position too cheap, you may not be able to garner the audience. All right, so you need to have support from your fans and advocates as well, because marketing is this. If you have your first round of people buying your products and services, guess what? Who is going to be your marketeer? When I first started out my little Airbnb at Fraser's Hill, initially there was no business, right? Initially there was no business. We were struggling. Then what we did is I refused to throw the price. I work with online portals. They always say throw price. But what I realized is that whenever I throw price, my customers run away. Why? Because whenever you are pricing it to a certain pricing, your different audience will come into play. So I position it as the atas market. Now, when the atas market, let's put it this way. When atas market people, they are friends. Are they atas or not? Mostly they are as well. So what happens here is that because of the elite circle that they have, once they go there, they enjoy the place, they share the pictures of my location and etc. What happens? We get all their friends coming along the way. Hey, Danish, good morning. So basically, once you build your support and your fans, they will advocate it for you, and therefore you will then be able to start getting people by word of mouth marketing. All right, and then ultimately you end up profiting from it, and then you leave a legacy. Now, if this is the 5 things that you want to be selected based on value, you're always fresh in your mind, you command a premium price, you have support by fans and advocates, and you profit. If these are 5 factors that you want, then you will definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's program, because what we're going to do is we're going to learn, not from me, but J. Abraham, I advocate of his beliefs. And I'm going to give you in summary what J. Abraham actually shares us in marketing tips and strategy. Last time, by going for his bookshop, I had only 1 marketing tip. It doubled the business almost instantly. All right, so till tomorrow, we're going to share more about marketing tips and strategies. Till then, bye-bye. Bye, guys.
Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
Marriage perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.